We are here in the kitchen this morning with K.C. St. Louis from the Abingdon Olive Oil Company. So good to see you, K.C.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Good to see you too.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. You too.
So, you know, a lot of people, we talk about, you know, New Year's resolutions, and I think a lot of people talk about eating healthy. Unfortunately, the Super Bowl is coming up, and that's when you see a lot of those dips and those, you know, really cheesy, high-calorie stuff. But you have a great idea for some simple, easy peasy, that's your kind of slogan, and healthy things that you can serve at the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Super easy, super healthy Super Bowl treats.
Yeah, I love it.
That's what today is
all about. That's a tongue twister.
Right. So what I did today, we brought the balloons. It makes a nice little table setting, but really it's to tell the tale of why extra virgin olive oil is so good for you and so healthy for you. If you can liken the membranes of your cells to a helium balloon, you think it's a solid mass, you fill it with helium, 3-4 days later it begins to deflate because microscopically it has pores. And that's what the membranes of our cells are like. Microscopically they have pores. So if you don't coat your food in a good fat, then the nutrients will just bounce off the cell walls and head out of the body. There's nothing to suck it into the membranes of the cells. So these are studies that Mary Brown's doing at Mary Flynn at Brown University. I'm excited because we're getting ready to do some studies here in connection with some students at ETSU, and the merging of the two hospitals. We're getting ready to do a number of case studies of our many customers that are just finding so much health benefit, lowering their cholesterol, getting off their blood pressure medication, all kinds of arthritis issues. So I'm really excited about that. Shalimar and I, my manager from the Kingsport store, we're going out to California. We're going to be taking a course at UC Davis and then talking with the different experts out there about these studies and what we're getting ready to do.
How wonderful. And you know, there is so many studies and there's so much, you know, talk about just how using the olive oils and stuff, it really can not only add flavor, but really be healthy for you. And you have some great ideas on how to kind of get started.
Right, and a lot of it is about color to your plate, you know, anything colorful. I grew up with chips and French's onion soup and sour cream. You know, that was the default choice. We've made kale chips today, and I just brought this to show you. You cut out this beautiful green leaf.
Fresh kale.
Fresh kale, and you cut out that center stem because it's going to be bitter, and then just cut them up into little sections like this. We're going to go ahead and just put these right down into a baggie like this. And then if you grab that cayenne over there, then you just pour the cayenne right down into it.
And what's great here about this too is that you can choose all different types of olive oil. So if you like spicy, use the cayenne. If you don't, you have a bunch of other flavors over here as well written on your bag that really you can cater to any person's palate.
Right, so you're just going to put it in the baggie like this, shake it up, get it coated on plain parchment paper on a cookie sheet, 5 minutes in the oven, that's it. A little sea salt. And then you can make it ahead of time, and then Shalimar brilliantly put it into the paper bags so it doesn't get crunched up. But go ahead and taste one of those. I know you did the butter. Try the Eureka Green Lemon.
Okay, I'll try the Eureka.
Crunchy,
very crunchy,
really green, gives you all that stuff. What I find is I always get an extra bunch of kale for myself because I'm going to eat it while I'm making it. And I'll just like eat a whole, because you can't go wrong.
Easy.
And it's good for you, exactly.
And I think people like the idea of chips, you know, the crunchiness factor of it, and that clearly has it. And we've talked about not only can you choose the cayenne, but look at all these other flavors that you have here. Tell me a little bit about why you chose these ones.
Well, our famous Tuscan herb, #1 seller. Butter, you can never go wrong if people want butter, and that's back to all the oils are free, salt-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, sugar-free. So the butter is perfect for people who are on a special diet, gluten or dairy-free diet. Bok Gluti green chili, that gives you a little bit of heat. We're running our red hot special right now. So the focus today was all about our red hot,
spicy
olive
stuff,
oils that we have. So the Bok Gluti green chili, nice and red hot. The chipotle, and then that brings us to the salsas that we've made. And I have 3 different ones because again, you're going to have people that are going to not really want too much heat, and others that just love the heat.
Oh, I love it. And when we come back, we can talk about how to make kind of these salsas and how you can use the different olive oils to incorporate that into the recipes. K.C., thanks so much. We appreciate it. We'll come back with K.C. about some of the other great recipes she brought with her today. But make sure you check out Abingdon Olive Oil Company. They're in Abingdon and Kingsport. Those are the locations right there on your screen. You can also check them out at abingdonoliveoilco.com. We are back in the kitchen this morning with Abingdon Olive Oil Company with K.C. St. Louis, and now we have Chef Chad too. That's like a little bit of a tongue twister. I love it though. And so when we left last time, we were talking about the different salsas up there. And what's great about that is you can really customize it, but a great, easy, healthy recipe for Super Bowl.
So we just roasted the corn very simply, a piece of parchment paper. This is cayenne. Again, you can use whichever one you want. This is going to add the little heat because it goes in line with our red hot special we've got running. So a little cayenne, roast that up, and then drain black beans, red peppers, a little cilantro. That one has lime, that one has the cayenne, and that one has the bakludi green chili. And then if you want to, you can add, now this is our very best balsamic that we have, so I want you guys to try this. This is just the lime one. I didn't want to kill you. A little balsamic and see what you think when you add that, because you already tasted it at the segment before. Love it? Yeah, nice. So then, again, easy peasy for your Super Bowl. All of this was made the night before. So with the shrimp, I just got plain, already pre-cooked shrimp that have the little tails on them if you like. Put it in a baggie with the lime, olive oil, Sicilian lemon balsamic, a bottle of capers, thinly sliced onions. So Chris, you try that because Ian can't, she can't have shrimp.
Oh, I can have all the shrimp.
And so basically just kind of marinate the shrimp overnight in that kind of combination of flavors. What do you think, Chris?
You get the lemon.
So good.
He's had his second go
and
around
what's
with
great too is that it's easy, so you can do it the night before. You don't have to think about cooking or anything.
Exactly.
But if you want to get a little froggy and cook, Chad, you have some great ideas.
Well, these are really easy recipes still. It's very simple and something for people who don't like meat. I mean, Super Bowl parties, everybody thinks chicken wings. So what we have here is actually chicken bites, and we actually spin in some chicken wings in here.
And what did you use for the sauce right here?
Super easy. Do about a half to 2/3 cup of our butter olive oil. A jar of your favorite hot sauce, the 6-ounce jar. And then about a half a cup of our Denisimo balsamic vinegar. Just get that going in the saucepan. Coat chicken with Tuscan herb, throw it on the grill with a little salt and pepper. That's it. If you're doing cauliflower, just stick it on parchment paper, put it in the oven, 450 degrees, about 45 minutes until it gets nice and crispy. Flip it over a couple times just so it gets even. When you're done, pull it out, put it in the sauce, spin it, pour it. There you go.
And I love that there's so many different options: vegetarian, chicken wings, chicken bites. It's all so good and looks delicious. Chad, K.C., thank you so much. Make sure you check out Abingdon Olive Oil.
She's tempting me.
Well, you can go eat that. That's okay. That's all good. Well, thanks again. We appreciate it. Make sure you check out Abingdon Olive Oil Company, and we'll come back and try some dessert.
That's right, and we're back here in the kitchen, and we're talking desserts this time. And you're doing a very unique take on chocolate ice cream.
This is the best ever. It goes along with our red hot special we've got going on. So I'm drizzling chocolate ice cream. We put a little cake in the bottom there, some little red hots. Drizzled with the cayenne olive oil, and then the dark chocolate balsamic.
All right.
And
I want to get over here to these really quickly because these are apple nachos.
Correct. They're apple nachos. Just cut your apples up, melt peanut butter with the blood orange, drizzle it, raisins, craisins, chopped nuts, coconut, drizzle dark chocolate over it. Bam.
You know, I know for me, a go-to snack is peanut butter and apple. This is a great take on that.
It takes it a whole new level for you.
All right, Chef Chad, K.C., thank you so much for coming by today. It is the Abingdon Olive Oil Company. Locations in Kingsport and, of course, Abingdon. Right there is their website as well. Give them a check today.